Hello and welcome back to our channel. Whether you're here for the first time or a returning viewer, we're delighted to embark into a fascinating aspect of our everyday meals, carbohydrates. We all love them. They're in almost everything we savor, from our morning toast to that comforting bowl of pasta for dinner. But did you know not all carbs behave the same way in our bodies? That's where the term glycemic index or GI comes in. Picture glycemic index as a speedometer for your food, indicating how fast or slow it turns into sugar in your bloodstream. The slower, the better, because a steady release of energy helps manage hunger and maintains stable blood sugar levels and prevents rapid weight gain. This is particularly beneficial for those of us on a weight loss journey or managing diabetes or simply aiming to maintain a healthy weight. Now, wouldn't it be fantastic if we could enjoy our favorite meals, but lowering its glycemic index? So stick with us till the end of this video to unlock 8 ingenious tricks to help you lower the carbohydrate content in your foods, making them healthier, while keeping them just as scrumptious. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for more health-related content. Our first stop on this decarb adventure is a special kind of carbohydrate, a secret weapon if you will, that's been hiding in plain sight in some of our favorite foods. Its name, resistant starch. Now, you might be thinking, wait a minute, we're talking about lowering carbs, and now you're introducing another type of starch. Well, that's the beauty of resistant starch. It's a type of carbohydrate that resists digestion in the small intestine and ferments in the large intestine, acting more like a fiber than a starch. This means it doesn't cause the rapid rise in blood sugar that other carbohydrates do, effectively lowering the glycemic index of the food it's in and helping you in your weight loss journey. Let's dive into our first trick to increase resistant starch in our meals. Picture this. You've just cooked a delicious batch of pasta, rice, or potatoes. Instead of serving it hot straight away, you let it cool down. But why would you do that? Here's the magic. During this cooling process, something remarkable happens. The starch in these foods undergoes a transformation, turning into our friend, resistant starch. This process is known as retrogradation. It's like the starch is going undercover, changing its form to act more like dietary fiber. And as we've learned, this undercover starch doesn't cause a rapid rise in blood sugar levels, effectively lowering the glycemic index of the food. However, it's crucial to remember that not all the starch in these foods becomes resistant starch. A portion of the starch will still be digested as normal, which can contribute to your daily calorie intake and could still affect your blood sugar levels. So, while these tricks can help lower the glycemic index of your meals, they should be used as part of a balanced diet where you're mindful of your overall calorie intake. Remember, moderation is the key. So next time you're cooking these foods, try letting them cool down before eating. You could even prepare your meals in advance, let them chill in the fridge, and then reheat them when you're ready to eat. Yes, you heard that right. The resistant starch remains even after reheating. This simple trick not only makes your meal prep more convenient, but also increases the resistant starch in your meals, helping to lower their glycemic index. And just like that, you've taken a step towards healthier eating without sacrificing the foods you love. Let's move on to the next trick. Let's talk cooking methods. The way you cook can change the glycemic index of your food. Imagine cooking pasta, rice, or potatoes. Instead of overcooking them, aim for a firm texture. This makes our bodies work harder to convert the starch into sugar, leading to a slow sugar release and lower glycemic index. Overcooking makes the starch convert into sugar quickly, causing a rapid sugar rise and higher glycemic index. So aim for that just right texture. It's not just tastier, it's healthier. This simple trick helps enjoy your favorite foods while managing the glycemic index. Now, let's stir things up with our next trick. Let's take a fruity detour. Fruits, nature's candy, are packed with goodness. But did you know the ripeness can affect their glycemic index? Less ripe fruits have complex carbs that break down slowly, leading to a steady sugar release, lower glycemic index, and helping manage blood sugar levels and weight. As fruits ripen, these carbs turn into simpler sugars, causing a quicker sugar rise and higher glycemic index, which could potentially lead to weight gain if not balanced with physical activity and overall calorie control. So, for a lower glycemic index, enjoy fruits when they're less ripe. But remember, fruits are always a healthy choice, and it's all about balance. Now, let's peel back the layers on our next trick. Let's add a zesty twist to our meals. Adding acidic ingredients like vinegar or lemon juice to your meal does more than tickle your taste buds. It's like a speed bump for sugar, slowing its journey from your stomach to your bloodstream, lowering the meal's overall glycemic index. A squeeze of lemon or a dash of vinegar can help lower the glycemic index of high-carb foods like rice or pasta. So add a tangy touch to your meals. It's a simple, tasty trick to lower the glycemic index and a delicious ally in your weight loss journey. Now let's squeeze out some more tips in our next trick. Let's talk about food's journey before it reaches our plate. The more processed a food is, the higher its glycemic index. Processing breaks down complex carbs into simpler ones, making them easier to convert into sugar. For example, steel-cut oats are less processed than instant oats, leading to a slower sugar release. This applies to other foods like whole wheat roti that have a lower glycemic index than refined flour naan. Brown rice has a lower glycemic index than white rice. Fresh fruits have a lower glycemic index than canned fruits or fruit juices. So opt for less processed versions of your favorite foods. It's a simple switch that can lower the glycemic index of your meals. Now let's process our next trick, slow cooking. Imagine you're in your kitchen, the aroma of a slow-cooked meal wafting through the air. You're cooking beans. If you crank up the heat, they'll cook quickly, but the high temperature can break down the complex carbohydrates into simpler ones. This makes it easier for our bodies to convert them into sugar quickly, leading to a higher glycemic index and potentially contributing to weight gain. But what if you slow things down? Slow cooking the beans at a lower temperature, either in a slow cooker or on a low setting on the stove, takes longer, but it helps maintain the structure of the carbohydrates. This means our bodies have to work harder to break down the carbohydrates, leading to a slower release of sugar into our bloodstream. This slow and steady approach isn't just for beans. It works for other foods like brown rice, sweet potatoes, whole grain pasta, or lentils. So next time you're in the kitchen, consider taking the slow and steady route. Now let's slide into our next trick with some smooth, healthy fats. You might be thinking, fats? I thought we were talking about carbohydrates. Well, the beauty of a balanced meal is how different components can work together to create a healthier dish. Including a small amount of healthy fats in your meal can slow the rate of digestion. Imagine you're preparing a salad. You could add some slices of creamy avocado, sprinkle in a handful of crunchy nuts or seeds, or drizzle a bit of olive oil over the top. These foods are not only delicious, they are also packed with healthy fats that can help lower the glycemic index of your meal. And it's not just salads. You could add a spoonful of nut butter to your morning oatmeal, toss some roasted vegetables in olive oil, or even add a dollop of ghee to your dal or curry. These simple additions can make a big difference. In Indian cuisine, healthy fats like ghee, coconut oil, and nuts are often used in dishes. Adding these to your meals not only enhances the flavor but also helps in lowering the glycemic index. But remember, while these fats are healthy, they are also high in calories, so moderation is key. So next time you're preparing a meal, don't shy away from healthy fats. Now let's glide on to our next trick. Finally, let's take a flavorful detour into the world of fermented foods. Think of yogurt, a tangy bite of sauerkraut, or a savory piece of tempeh. These foods are not just a treat for your taste buds, they are also secret agents in your mission to lower the glycemic index of your meals. Fermentation, a process where bacteria and yeasts break down the sugars and starches in food, transforms these everyday items into something extraordinary. The result, foods that are not only packed with flavor and beneficial probiotics, but also have a unique ability to slow down the release of sugars into your bloodstream. Imagine it like this. The lactic acid produced during fermentation acts like a speed bump, slowing down the sugar rush to your bloodstream. This means a steadier energy release, a lower glycemic index, and a happier, healthier you. Plus, the probiotics in these foods give your gut health a boost, supporting your overall metabolism and weight management. So why not add a twist to your next meal? A spoonful of yogurt in your breakfast bowl, a serving of kimchi with your lunch, or a slice of sourdough bread for your sandwich. These simple additions can make a big difference to your glycemic index without sacrificing flavor. But remember, balance is key. Enjoy the tangy benefits of fermented foods in moderation. Wow, what a journey we've had! We've unlocked the secrets of our favorite meals, discovered how to decarb without losing the deliciousness, and even made some new friends like resistant starch and healthy fats. Remember, while these tricks help reduce the simple carbs in your food, it's also essential to keep an eye on overall calorie intake. Healthy eating is all about balanced diet. Do you have any secret tricks of your own? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your experiences inspire us and our community. If you've enjoyed this video, show us some love with a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. You won't want to miss the exciting content we have lined up for you. Thank you for tuning in, and see you in the next video.